foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, double honors to the elders, great millstone, and salutation to all y'all came out of highs and byways bidding for this marriage. I want to get into that Esau, is losing power. Right, this is nothing new, right? But now the curses are falling upon him, right? But this is, I'm gonna get into that. The curse that's falling upon Esau. This is, you will not replace us. Who do you think wrote this? Edomites, right? Look, a bunch of Edomites. Look, and immigration now, Esau's about to be the new minority, right? What's that mean? That he's gonna be treated the same way he's been treating everybody else. I'm gonna get this this oh man, if we're ahead 2045, man, no, we're not gonna America is not gonna live this long, let's be honest. This is ridiculous. And I'm looking at this like, no way. No way we're here 2045. US will be minority white in 2045 census projects. New census population projections confirm the importance of racial minorities as the primary demographic engine of the nation's future growth, countering an aging, slow-growing, and soon-to-be declining white population. The new statistics project that the nation will become minority white in 2045. During that year, whites will comprise 49.7% of the population in contrast to 24.6% for Hispanics and 13.1% for blacks, and 7.9% for Asian and 3% for multiracial populations. The shift is the result of two trends. First, between 2018 and 2060, gains will continue in the combined racial minority population, growing by 74%. Second, during this time frame, the Asian white population will see a modest immediate gain through 2024 and then experience a long-term decline through 2060, a consequence of more deaths and births. Hold on. Wait, that's the wrong article. What the? Esau, man, I swear I had an article. Wide announcement of lone white majority. What? Uh, Esau, man, just takes down articles, right? On an average, there are 132 suicides per day. White males accounted for 7 of 10 suicides in 2016, and farmers used at almost 50% of all suicides. The rate of suicide is the highest in middle age among white men in particular. Esau can't handle it. Esau took down the article, right? I was reading this article, right? It was talking about how their Esau's on a decline, and now all of a sudden it's gone. Talking about he's up there in the 2040. Man, it doesn't even matter. America's being destroyed, and he's going into slavery. He wants to change up. He's always lying. You know, suicide rates are on the rise among older white men in rural areas. So Esau can't survive. You know, he needs that 401k. He needs that money. He needs to he needs to live in a comfortable lifestyle because he can't handle this. He can't handle it. Esau's weak. The scriptures say that too. One shall be stronger than the other. Suicide is a major concern in the United States, yet compared to younger adults and women, men are at potentially at greater risk for death by suicide. This could be due to delaying mental health services or not attending at all. Telling you right here, right? You know, men are at a greater risk for suicide because we have more on our table, more on our backs than children and women. You know, our lives are much harder than theirs, but conforming to traditional masculine norms like emotion, avoidance, and self reliance. Although suicide rates globally are higher among older men than any other demographic group, most suicide related research has focused on the younger population to better understand the extent of this public health issue for the entire older population. Texas A&M Health Center for Population Health and Aging co-director Matthew Lee Smith, PhD, and colleagues from the University of Nevada, Indiana University, and the Public Health Agency of Canada examined rates of suicide deaths by men ages 65 and older. United States from 1999 to 2018. Their findings were recently published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine. Researchers found that a total of 106,000 males older than 65 died by suicide during the study period, with 24.7 per 100,000 population of the deaths occurring among those aged between 65 and 74 years. However, suicide was the highest among the oldest age group, 85 plus years, at 48.8 per 100,000 population. The most common method of suicide among hold up. Additionally, researchers found that white older men had a higher burden of suicide compared to other race ethnic groups. Hispanics, Indian, Alaska Native, and Asian Pacific with a rate of 35.3 per 100,000 population, despite a downward trend in suicide among older men of all race ethnic groups since 2007. Rates have increased for white older men. Esau invested in that stock market, and the money collapsed, and now he can't do it. He said, "I lost all my money." He lost money in the stock market. And he just killed himself. You know, the most common method of suicide among older men during the study period was using firearms with a rate of 24.7 per 100,000. Additionally, 2007 saw an increase in the use of firearms, suffocation, and poisoning for suicide from what had been decreases up until that year. Finally, researchers noted that the lowest suicide rates were among black older men across all types of urban or rural environments, whereas the highest rates were among white older men residing in very rural communities. Hispanic men had the second highest rates after white men in most urban areas. Well, Island Indian Pacific Islander men had the second highest suicide rate after white man role population. Yeah, Esau, man. Esau can't handle it. Jake endured, we're enduring this hell. Esau get a little bit of hell, and what do? He kills himself. What does scripture say? Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Esau committing suicide, dying. You know, he's being subjected to the thing that he's known for, killing, pursuing people with blood, killing people, right, murdering people. Guess what's gonna have to happen to him? You know, Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So Esau has to go into captivity for everything he's done, the treachery, and then he thinks he can get off by committing suicide, but that's not gonna work. Because the elect are gonna be able to pull your spirit right back into your body. You know? The Lord ain't gonna let you die like that. You know? Galatians chapter 6 to 9. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that sows to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that sows to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. You know, Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever man sows, that he shall also reap. So if you sow to the flesh, sow to wickedness and carnality, what's gonna happen to you? It's gonna happen to you right back. You're gonna get killed. You're gonna get knocked out. I don't. Just get stomped on. That's what's happened to Esau. He's few in numbers, right? Thou art made me small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. You know, you will not replace us and say no to immigration. Esau committing suicide. That's prophecy coming to pass. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, and that's what Esau reaped, corruption. But he that sows to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. 144,000. The brothers in his truth. They we were trying to endure to be the part of the chosen. Lord's willing, we'll be found in our number. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. But Esau, nothing spiritual about him. Esau thinks he's gonna fight the Lord. Where's the wisdom in that? If you were wise, you wouldn't try to fight the Lord. You accept that you lost, but Esau can't do that because he's too boastful in his technology. You know. Then we get Proverbs chapter 11, verse 3. The false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perseverance of transgressors shall destroy them. So a false balance is an abomination. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. Shame comes. Esau has a lot of pride, and he's gonna be shamed. He's gonna have a lot of shit coming down because everybody's, the critical race theory. Esau is a coward. And he's gonna always be in denial. He's always gonna deny this, deny that. He's never gonna be real with you. He lies about statistic rates and other stuff. The suicide, murders. I think the most crimes that committed in this country are actually Edomites. They just don't Esau just don't post it. You know, I'm gonna get Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. You know, Esau got Esau's over for you, right? Let's get the structure of America. Infrastructure. Senate passed a bill to prevent a government shutdown, sending it to Biden. This country's over. They're talking about shutdowns again, right? You know, they're trying to prevent another shutdown. Basically, America is on its way out of here. It's getting closed. It's a shutdown business. It's over. It's gonna shut down. You know, Senate passed a short-term government funding bill on Thursday night, sending it to President Joe Biden's desk a day before a Friday deadline to prevent a shutdown. The president is expected to sign the measure before the end of Friday and prevent a lapse in federal funding. The legislation will keep the government running through February 18th. The legislation will keep the government running through February. Bro, what the? This government on life support. America's on life support. Look at this. The president expects to sign a measure before the end of Friday and prevent a lapse in federal funding. The legislation will keep the government running through February 18th. Let me get that. Use specialized equipment to maintain a person's essential physical function when they are very ill or in environments such as space or underwater. His wife decided to remove him, so basically, it's like, a special way to keep people alive. They're very sick. This country's sick. It's going down. It's falling. You're talking about we're gonna keep it running up to what is this? A damn subscription to Netflix? I think I'll be able to pay my Netflix subscription. It's gonna expire though next month, so I'm gonna have to renew it. What is America? Is a damn subscription fee on a damn TV show. One of those TV show apps like Netflix and Hulu. or HBO Max. That's America. Look, it's gonna keep it running. Play it. They're basically like more America's nothing more than Netflix. A subscription fee for Disney Plus. Like it's ridiculous. This country is over. You know. Let me get one more Bible verse. Have thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 14 to 14. How thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? You know? Who's fallen, right? Yeah, this Ether. Don't You can't replace us. Say no to immigration laws, committed suicide, right? For thou hast said in thine heart, I'll ascend into heaven. I'll exalt my throne above the stars of the most high. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the most high. But it's all fallen. It's infrastructure. America's on life support. They're keeping it open up until February 15th. They may have to make another subscription fee. They gotta pay monthly. They have no monthly payments to keep America running. It's like a broken down car. They gotta keep getting repairs. And this country's finished, right? And Esau's gonna have to transition to the B system because America is $1 trillion in debt, right? America's $1 trillion in debt, and it's gonna be destroyed soon. You know, America's not meant to live on. It wasn't never meant to live on forever. Whether the scriptures say, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the nations drunk out of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Shoot at her, spare no arrow, for she has sinned against the Lord. You know, you can look at history also, and see that every empire falls is historical. No empire lives on forever. The only kingdom is Yahweh Shai's kingdom, Yahweh Bajim Yahushai's. Not Esau. Esau really thinks the Lord is hanging with him, like messing, like yo, we're friends. Like that's what Esau thinks. Like yeah, the Lord is with me. No one's. He's not gonna. He thinks I'm doing the right thing. Yo, Esau's crazy. He really thinks the Lord is with him. The Lord's gonna choke slam him. He'll put him in a chokehold. The Lord's gonna, you ever watch those WWE? You know, Esau is gonna be tapping out. Lord's gonna put Esau in the chokehold, and because Esau thinks everybody's his friend. America thinks China's their friend. Russia's Iran. Like they think they got allies like Germany and Britain. Everybody's gonna turn on them. And not only that, but they even think the Lord's their friend. Like Esau's about to get messed up, and everybody's gonna turn on the Babylon, right? This country is over. It's a subscription now. They keeping it open monthly, like Netflix. It's gonna be running until February 15th. They passed the bill. Like they're gonna pass a bill every month or something, every 5 months. It's ridiculous. This country's over. But I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. And salutation to all y'all came on the Highland Byways. Till next time I say Shalom.